Content warning. This episode includes descriptions of trauma responses, mild body horror, cult mentality, and use of the word moist.
Hey, welcome back.
Where did Kira go?
Spencer requested her help with researching Emberly.
I could help with your problem. I don't know how, but feel free to let me know.
The more the merrier. You said you're a superhero?
Yeah, pretty much. People call me Gigagirl.
Gigagirl?
Not a name I came up with, but I don't really care what I get called.
The vigilante?
Yeah?
I mean, does it matter?
Max, she's not a hero. She's just doing what she thinks is right.
That's the exact definition of being a hero.
I'm sorry. I have to get out of here. I told you this was a bad idea.
Really, Kelly?
What are you waiting for? Follow her.
Sorry about that.
I knew she wouldn't understand.
That's the thing, though. I think she does. I don't know what caused that response. But, is signing up with the SHGO so bad?
I thought you respected my decision.
I'm sorry, that's not how I meant it. You've just been struggling to stay afloat lately. If you signed up, you could get paid for doing what you're doing.
I can't do that, but I appreciate your concern. I need to get out of this city.
But what about your mission?
You can take it.
What exactly is it?
Max and Tera enter Spencer's guest office, where he and Kira are waiting.
Max?
Hey, Spencer, this is Tera.
Nice to meet you.
What happened with Kelly?
She couldn't look past the whole vigilante thing.
Vigilante?
Oh, come on. Not you two. Look, I'm here to ask you guys for help. I'm leaving town, but I'm behind on some business I need to take care of.
What kind of business?
Have you heard of Miss Wave? Or, as she is now known, Dr. Margaret Geyser.
Oh yeah! She was a superhero that my parents used to work closely with. Water powers. Pretty cool.
Well, she's not as heroic as you may think. She has been taking money from the SHGO and paying an individual from a shady group.
What group?
It's called the Sisterhood of Stars. I've been dealing with them for years, or at least trying to. People say they are a myth.
People say I'm a myth, yet here I am.
The Sisterhood of Stars. How long have you been following this?
Almost a decade.
Interesting.
We'll take care of this.
Thank you. I need to go now, but good luck.
Wait, I'm coming with you.
What?
The Sisterhood of Stars, right? That's what you've been doing this whole time. I can help.
No, I can't let you.
Why not? I believe in your cause, and all your other friends left, so...
They didn't leave. They were all killed. And they were powerful. I can't let you help me. I'd never forgive myself.
Tera,
No. I refuse to let that happen to you. I'm sorry, Max. People rely on you. Plus, having you help me would bring too many eyes. Not only would it be dangerous, but you'd be a liability. I'm sorry, but if you want to help, take care of Miss Wave.
I understand.
Tera hugs him,
Thank you.
and when she pulls back, she hands him a flash drive.
This should be all the proof you need. Please, be careful. And don't believe their lies.
You're back.
I'm just grabbing my stuff.
Look, I'm sorry about what I said earlier. I didn't mean it. It's just complicated.
It's okay. I'm better at handling things on my own.
I don't know if that is true. Maybe you should just sign up with the SHGO and become a hero.
What is going on with you?
Look, they asked me to bring you in. You could stay. Tomorrow we can go and get you signed up.
They said they wanted me?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to them.
Okay, what's going on with you?
None of your business. I'm out of here.
Tera grabs the last of her bags and rushes past Kelly.
No, wait.
Tera doesn't listen. In a rush decision, Kelly reacts and suddenly Tera starts to shrink until she's doll-sized.
What the?
Tera looks up at Kelly, who seems to comprehend what she just did, but then steels herself. She picks Tera up and brings her to her face.
Sorry, but I can't let you leave.
So you're kidnapping me?
Unless you have some powers that can bring you back to average size, yeah.
You need to let me go. This isn't right.
Actually, technically I'm putting you under arrest, so I'm just doing my job. Hey, don't look at me like that. I'm just following orders. How about cookies? They'd be huge at your size. You can have as many as you want.
They better be chocolate chip.
Absolutely.
Hello. What can I do for the three of you?
Director Gadley, is Dr. Geyser here?
She's in her lab. Do you need to talk to her?
Yeah, for personal stuff.
Understood.
They round the corner, and the three are about to enter a lab. Max leads the charge, so he's the first to walk in. But he freezes as he's about to open the door.
Max, what is it?
Supposedly, this is the room that they died.
Kira puts a hand on his shoulder.
We're here for you.
Max takes a deep breath and opens the door. Max, Kira, and Spencer walk into a lab with 2 rows of people-sized containment units. Max remembers seeing these before they were filled with water and all sorts of tubing, though he had no clue what they meant. Now they're covered by tarps and have things laid upon them disorderly, including the biggest one in the center of the room, in neither of the rows. The place doesn't look like an explosion happened. Max sees no remnants of his parents anywhere in the room. It had been long enough. Then finally, at the end of the room, they see the woman Max remembers as Miss Wave working on some notes on her computer, not paying them any mind as they walk forward. She looked older than he remembered, and it was odd not to see her in her costume. But on the other hand, she was shorter than he remembered, perhaps because he was younger and smaller when he last saw her.
Miss Wave?
Please, Miss Wave is retired. I'm Dr. Geyser now. Well, if it isn't Maxwell Carton, you were so young when I last saw you.
She walks right up to him, like someone greeting a family member they hadn't seen in years. But as she gets close, Max feels uncomfortable and conflicted. An unsettling thought crossed his mind. This person has proven she wasn't the hero he saw her as, someone who has clear connections to his parents and the room in which they died. But the explosion was an accident. He knows she likely didn't cause it.
We need to talk to you.
Of course. What do you need?
What do you know about the Sisterhood of Stars?
Some kind of boogeyman in Minstrel City?
Max prides himself on being very insightful. He can tell when someone is lying from years of learning that tells, and he finds none in her voice. Nothing at least that deviated from the way she naturally spoke, but an eerie sensation in his chest makes him know for certain that she is trying to divert attention, and he chose to listen to Tera.
Funny. I'm from Minstrel City. I know the streets well, and I know for a fact that they aren't boogeymen.
What are you trying to say, Mr. Reynard?
I'm starting to believe you might be a creature that lurks in the night.
That's quite an accusation.
Why don't you show her, Max?
Max pulls out the flash drive and shows it to her.
Dr. Geyser, we have confidential bank records on the transfer of money you made from the SHGO to some other place. And we have it on good authority. That is the Sisterhood of Stars.
She's suddenly giving him a dirty look. Max only starts getting closer, hoping to reason with her.
Please, Dr. Geyser. Just tell us what's going on. Be the hero I looked up to. Just tell us the truth.
The truth, Maxwell,
She puts a hand on his shoulder.
is that you have no idea what you are tampering with.
Kira and Spencer suddenly notice the containers start to shake. First softly, then violently. The two immediately look to Max in concern, but are too late as Dr. Geyser grabs his arm in surprise, takes the flash drive from him, throws it to the floor, and steps on it, crushing it under her foot.
No!
You will die if you keep following this trail.
Suddenly, Dr. Geyser runs past Max, attempting to make it to the exit. Spencer and Kira both miss their chance to grab her, but Max, who is close enough to her before she ran, holds onto her coat and tries to stop her.
Dr. Geyser, stop!
The containment units shatter.
Max!
Spencer and Kira rush to help Max, but to their surprise, all the commotion does is leave a very moist fog in the air, covering the doctor's tracks as she rushes out the door. The door opening does let most of the moisture out of the lab and into the hallway.
Max!
Spencer and Kira rush, but as they get to the door, they turn back to see Max where he was when the explosion went off, on his knees, face pale.
Max?
Gadley themselves had taken Max to the infirmary, but Max was considered fine, at least physically. He remained quiet next to Gadley for a bit, and they knew better than to ask anything until Kira and Spencer returned.
He's okay. Just terrified. I can't blame him. Well, that's good. Dr. Geyser escaped. It's okay. I still can't believe she was doing all of this behind our backs. I just started looking at our records, and I think she likely has done a lot more than what you alerted us of.
Max, how are you doing?
I wasn't expecting that.
The explosion reminded you of your parents?
Or at least, what their last moments must have been like. I haven't thought about my parents much.
They thought about you all the time.
I know, my parents promised they'd always see us. And as much as they tried, it never felt like enough. I'm sorry. That must sound awful. It's like I'm blaming them for dying.
You don't need to feel bad. You were young, and it was rough. Then tragedy fell. They'd be proud of you.
And now you can make sure that they remain proud of you. And you can make sure that their legacy remains intact.
But how?
We have to find Dr. Geyser.
You're right. She's clearly wrapped up in something bad. Maybe we can save her.
Max? She threatened you. I don't think she's one of the good guys.
She was a hero. My parents worked closely with her. I owe it to them to try. Come on!
How common are corrupt heroes?
More common than I'd like to admit.
What are the chances that Max is right about her?
I don't know. I surely didn't think she would be capable of this. But the scary thing is that sometimes you don't really know people until they show you their true colors.
Kelly sits at the table in her kitchen, watching Tera eat a cookie twice her size. But she's not paying her any mind.
See? Isn't this nice?
It's not the size that I'm mad about.
I know. It's the turning you in thing. If it makes you feel any better, we can watch a movie. I'll set up a pillow to be comfortable for you.
Really? A movie? Is that the best you got?
Look, I'm trying, okay?
I wouldn't hate it.
Yes!
Kelly picks Tera up and puts her on the couch as she grabs the remote.
Don't try to escape, okay?
Tera quickly jumps off the couch onto the floor, and she begins running to the door as Kelly finds the remote.
Oh, here it is. Ugh, come on! I just said not to try to escape!
She picks Tera up once more.
Can't you just stay and have some fun before I have to turn you in?
I don't know what you mean. Being a pest to you is very fun.
Okay, fair. I deserve that for being a lousy friend.
Yeah, because a good friend doesn't turn their new friend over to the government.
I'm sorry, okay? It's just my new job. I don't want to mess this up.
You care about this new job, huh?
Yeah, my parents worked there before they died, and honestly, I want to be like them. Except, not the dying in an explosion part.
Is that the same explosion that also orphaned Max and his siblings?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you want to watch that movie?
Yeah. I was hoping we could watch the new Star Sentinel one.
A Star Sentinel fan?
You too?
I mean, space travel. Super cool protagonist. What's not to like?
Kelly's face lights up. She then sets Tera down on a nearby stuffed elephant.
Okay, now I'm excited. This is just like a sleepover. Just under duress.
Max, Spencer, and Kira arrive at the docks. They find an empty port except for one suspicious cargo ship preparing to dock, and a woman in a hood with a suitcase waiting for it.
Dr. Geyser, wait!
The woman turns around, and they see Dr. Geyser, but her irises have turned black.
I told you, you don't know what you're messing with.
She takes off the hood. She looks different than she did just a few hours ago, like her body is turning from solid to liquid, bubbles popping out of her skin like boiling water, and the area around the bubbles turning purple. Little chunks of her hair are practically falling off.
What the hell?
Max also gets a look at her necklace with what appears to be a shark tooth. He was pretty sure this was her mirage. He remembered it used to be a bright blue, but whatever had changed within the last few years had turned it black, a color he had only seen a few times before.
Dr. Geyser?
Suddenly, the three of them feel their bodies stiffen. A lot of pain courses through their bodies as they fall to their knees, feeling as if their organs are being moved around.
You couldn't leave well enough alone now, could you?
Max struggles to try and reach his glasses, hoping to send a distress call for backup. He notices as he feels blood rush to his head that Spencer and Kira both fall unconscious. Max barely pushes through it and manages to press the button, but Dr. Geyser knows what he's doing.
No one's coming to save you. Say hello to your parents for me. Thank them for their assistance.
As Max feels the pain in his head, he suddenly passes out. Tera wakes up the following day on Kelly's dresser. She looks at the bed where Kelly was, or at least where she should be, but she could hear the alarm and couldn't see Kelly.
Kelly?
She looks harder and notices a tiny figure about her height on the bed, cuddled into her stuffed elephant, shaking and rolling around in fear. In a rush, Tera gets a running start and jumps off Kelly's dresser onto her bed, rushing to her side. She's somehow shrunk herself to the size Tera is, and is having a nightmare.
Kelly! Kelly, wake up!
It takes her a second, but she does wake up, looking up at Tera. She looks at her surroundings, realizing that she shrunk.
I didn't know that could happen.
Are you okay?
Nightmare.
Want to talk about it?
I was stuck in a maze. Nothing important.
You may need to unpack that.
Yeah, I don't wanna. Oh no, Max sent out a distress call.
Something must have gone wrong with Dr. Geyser.
I don't know who that is, but we have to rescue them.
We? Are you planning on taking me with you?
I mean, my new job is great, but I doubt they'll fire me if I say I couldn't find you. And this is more important. After all, it's what Star Sentinel did when Peril Peacock was in danger.
I won't argue with that.
Tera cracks her knuckles, and suddenly she shifts into Gigagirl. It's so close to what a mirage would do, but it seems slightly off.
How? Without a mirage?
She motions to the tattoo along her upper back and shoulders that look almost like chameleon scales.
I have a lot of tricks up my sleeves, quite literally.
Back at the docks, as the sun rises, Max wakes up on his knees. Kira and Spencer had woken up before him and were in the same condition. They can see the cargo ship from earlier has arrived, but no one has come off it yet. You could sense Dr. Geyser standing behind them.
At the end of the day, Maxwell, it's a pity you must drown. But so be it.
She grabs the back of his shirt, ready to throw him into the water. They all turn to see a 50-foot Kelly as she steps over the warehouse that blocked the streets from the docks, making it over with little effort.
Let them go!
How about you join them instead?
Dr. Geyser raises her hand to try and do the same thing to her that she did to the other three. It takes effort, but Kelly does start to feel the same splitting pain, even at her height. But lucky for her, Gigagirl, who is sneaking through the alleyway, grabs hold of a steel bar. Her hands begin to absorb the steel as her entire body becomes metal. She then rushes over to Dr. Geyser and immediately punches her in the face, causing her to drop the hold on Kelly.
You!
Miss me, Margaret?
Why are you so insistent on stopping us?
Dr. Geyser tries to pull the same trick on Gigagirl, but she smirks, not being affected at all. The doctor follows by lifting some water from the bay to hurl at her, which the vigilante barely dodges. Kelly takes the opportunity to rush over to Max, Kira, and Spencer. She puts her hand over them and makes the ropes grow so they can easily slip out. All three quickly do so and then press their mirages to transform back into their costumes.
All right, high five.
She reaches up and high-fives the hand Kelly put over them. Meanwhile, Dr. Geyser looks back, noticing that the cargo ship that was waiting for her has already begun to leave. She rushes to try and catch up, ignoring the fight she was having against Gigagirl.
No! Come back!
Suddenly, she's tackled by Marigold Fox, which sends her flying into the water with a big splash.
You're not going anywhere.
I think we just won.
Suddenly, a massive wall of water appears from the bay. which is nearly 100 feet in height.
I am not going out without taking you all with me.
Well, that's not great.
Kelly, throw me at the wave!
Are you sure?
I have an idea.
Kelly nods, picks her friend up, and throws her at the wave as Dr. Geyser goes to crash it onto the shore. Kira hits the wave before it lands on the group as she takes one big swipe with her rapier. Suddenly, the whole wave begins turning to ice, starting from the point that she struck, and while Kira lands safely in Kelly's hands, the tide is turned into an iceberg before it ever hits. This immediately causes Dr. Geyser to slip and fall off the ice and into the bay.
Nice one.
Kelly puts Kira down and shrinks back to civilian height. It's not long before they find Dr. Geyser clawing her way out of the bay and onto the dock, but she instantly looks up to see Kelly smirking as she shrinks her.
That's what you get for messing with my friends.
She flicks Dr. Geyser, causing her to fall back.
It's almost like she's made of jelly.
Kelly picks the feral doctor up and looks back at her friends.
Now what?
I take it the SHGO cares more about her capture than that of a vigilante who tries and succeeds at being a hero.
Thank you, Sentinel.
Throughout the day or in the night,
We always fight to bring the light.
Oh boy. Are we really quoting Star Sentinel now?
Just let it happen. Let them have this.
Alex couldn't help but notice that Emberly had been on their phone a lot since they let her use it, and they didn't quite know who she was trying to talk to. They try to be polite and not pay attention to the conversation, but it's rather difficult. It becomes near impossible that morning when they hear a knock at their door. Alex opens it to find a famous boy band standing outside their apartment.
Emberly, it's for you.
Emberly leaves the spare room with a big book, one of the few things Alex remembered her having when they first met her. And she also has some flowers.
Emberly? Why is Neo Impulse at my apartment?
Simple. These bards have been helping me try and take back what's mine.
What? Do you really need these powers? I mean, you're already super powerful.
What? Not you too. I thought you understood.
I mean, I do. How about you find one that's not so challenging and...
Okay, what's going on here?
The girl who got the powers, Kelly. She's my cousin. I wasn't sure how to break that to you.
Oh, Okay. Boys, do me a favor. Can you give me and my friend some privacy? We need to talk.
Thank you for watching this episode of Star-Marked Queen Beach City. If you like what you just heard, please feel free to like and follow on whatever platform you decided to listen to this podcast on. You can listen to this podcast on Spotify at Star-Marked or on YouTube at Maz Presents. You can also find me on Instagram, Blue Skye, and TikTok at Maz Presents. That's M-A-Z Presents. Hope you're marked for the stars. Get it?